Hello and welcome to another video from Greer's Great Aussie Adventures. I'm Ray, the blind traveller. This is
Emily.
She's the wife and the daughter,
Isabel.
And this is our little bully, Zeus. We've been travelling Australia since 2018 now, and we've decided that we want to share our adventures with you guys. So sit back, relax, grab a pen and paper, and plan that next holiday. So g'day guys, welcome back. So we've skipped ahead a bit here. We're currently at Coolgardie. We did leave using Kew, so we went from Kew to Leinster down to Coolgardie. We didn't really do any filming. We just sort of had a holiday with Gary, did some chilling out, and just treat it basically as a holiday. We did stop at Leonora, stopped there a couple of days and checked out the ghost town of Gwalia. The museum and cafe there was really good. The actual township wasn't what we thought. We thought it was like a fully original ghost town, but it's actually, a lot of it's been relocated. If you want to see any of that, just jump over to the social media and we'll put up posts and all that sort of stuff before. And then from there we went to Niagara Dam. We did stay there for a bit. It's incredible, beautiful spot, right just out of Kookynie, little ghost town. The pub's still open there, lovely lady there. Went down there for a couple of drinks. Same thing, if you want to see anything there, just jump over to our socials. You'll see anything there. But on our way from, I think it was after Niagara Dam, on our way from there to here, we're on our way to Irrabanda, another ghost town, and yeah, we're driving along and felt a big bang and sort of thought nothing of it, and then the car was sort of surging a bit, so yeah, we thought we'd pull up, and I was looking around the car trying to find something wrong, and Emma alerted me to the front of the caravan on the ground. And here's our hitch. So as you can see, that snapped straight off on the highway. Now luckily, I'm always pretty conscious on my safety chains. They're sort of a right good length, so the drawbar was just held on the ground. And my trailer plug and everything is long, so all that stayed attached, so we sort of just come to a stop on the side of the road, luckily. And then just put it on Gary's car, and he towed us into Coolgardie. And now we're going to be here until we sort of get everything sorted. We're assuming it's going to be a few weeks by the time we can get everything. I decided to lift the van, so I've done an axle flip conversion. Dropped the axle to the opposite side of the leaves, which meant I've got new U-bolts, all that sort of stuff. Did new bearings while I was there. Just a reminder, if anyone out there's got like a single axle van, always carry spare bearings, because you can't just buy them at super cheap, because the single axle vans will have 2-ton rated bearings. They're a lot bigger, a lot harder to get. So yeah, just make sure you carry things like that. But yeah, so we're going to get a new hitch. That should be here in a couple of days. Get a new coupling for the van, because it made a mess of that. Just get a few other odds and ends done. Chuck a UHF in the Jeep. Just a few little bits and pieces, because we don't know where we're going from here, because right now COVID's sort of going wild again. SA's locking down all the time, so we might end up just hanging in WA for a while, or we might dart through NT, go up north. We got no idea, so we just thought we'd chill here for a few weeks, just get a heap of little things done. Got to do a tranny service on the Jeep, so I'll do that today. I might just show you a bit of that. But yeah, actually, just while I'm talking about tranny service, a lot of people out there think transmissions are sort of non-serviceable items, and they will tell you that when you buy the car, but trust me, they're not. They are something that has to be serviced, and it won't be serviced on your normal car service. It is something you have to request. It is something you should be doing every 15,000 if you're towing a van, 20,000 if you're not, sort of thing, 12 months. But just make sure you do get it done. It's, you know, it's the heart of your car, so I'll show you a bit of that while I'm doing it today. But just thought I'd just bring you up to scratch with where we're at. But yeah, so we'll do a few more things around Coolgardie this time, and go do the museum and things like that, so we'll take you along for that. But today it's just another working day. The last couple of days, like I said, I've done the axle flip, lifted the van a few inches so where we don't actually need so much of a drop hitch. And just gets a bit more departure angle and everything, because it used to drag its ass everywhere. So I'll get to work and get onto this tranny service. Now, onto the transmission service. Now the auto in the Jeep is just an old hydraulic box. It has got lock up, but a lot simpler to service than your new cars, so it's just a dropout filter. Take the pan off, give everything a clean, new oil, new filter, sort of done. A lot of your newer cars, your filters all still, it'll either drop out or it'll bolt on with a few little 10mm bolts, depending on what it is. Oil is always important. Make sure you get the right oil for your car if you're going to have a go at doing it yourself. But unless you sort of have a rough idea what you're doing, just don't touch autos. But same thing, when you fill them up, make sure they're running, go through your gears, park or neutral, check your car's specifications to what you got to do. I always run Penrite oil, always have, always will. Filter kit, all they come with is a pan gasket and a filter. Bucket, drain the oil in, basically all you need. Most pans are either a 13 or a 10mm bolt. Some of the new ZF boxes will be a Torx bit, but it's all pretty straightforward. But I'll take his under there and start pulling the pan off and drop the oil, and we'll see. I'm sitting at about, I think it's about 14,000 Ks on the box now, and just over 12 months. So, and it was a brand new box, so I'll see what the oil's like. I'll split the filter, give you a look inside the filter. Hopefully there's no carnage in there, and we'll see where we're at. I'll just grab some tools and jump under. Now, as you can see, my pan's got a drain bung. Most of the new boxes will have a drain bung. Some of the old ones got to drop the arse end of the pan to get your oil out. They can get a bit messy, but make sure you got a few rags on you, because it is a bit of a messy job. And make sure your bucket holds enough oil. Most gearbox for a service, you're looking at 5 litres, should get you out of trouble. I have got a big deep pan, so I'm sort of around the 8 litres, but most of your service manuals, if not, just Google. But I don't know if the camera shows it up. The oil's still in really good condition. It's actually still transparent, still red, and smells like I've serviced enough autos in my life now. Like, it was my job for years. I know the smell of oil. I know what condition the box is in just by the smell of it. So I'm pretty happy with how it's sitting at present. But we'll drop the pan and have a look. So the pan's just held on this because the GM box, so they're all 13mm bolts all the way around it. So I'll rip them down and drop the pan, and we'll see what it looks like inside. Alright, so I just dropped the pan. Like I said, it can get pretty messy. Make sure you got a couple of rags on you. But as you can see, that's my filter there. It just drops out. Always watch for O-rings when your filter drops. Because mine's a deep pan, it's got a couple of O-rings on the extension on the filter. But as you can see, that's inside the auto. That's all the valve body, so inside there's all your pistons, valves. If it's a new auto, you'll have all your solenoids and wiring you'll be able to see. So basically it's just a case of I'll remove the filter. Always compare to your new one before you get the new one all dirty, make sure it's right. Chuck the new one in, put the new pan gasket on. Pan gasket stuck up there, and put it back together. And then we'll, if the filter's right, then I'll split this one and we'll see what it's like. So next step is drop the filter. Alright, so I pulled the filter out. It's just sitting there. Compared the filter, yep, I'm all good. Sorry, they're both the same. Give your pan a really good clean. I use Shallowit, which is pretty well like a solvent. It evaporates away to nothing. It breaks anything down. It's really good. You'll have magnets in there. Give them a good clean. Put your pan gasket on and away you go. Time to put it all back together. I'll get this back up and then I'll split the filter. Most filters you can split pretty easy, but I'll split it and give you a look at the inside. But yeah, I'll get this back up now, and that's pretty much job done then. We just got to fill it back up. Like I said, I usually I'll probably put in 3 litres, fire it up, just cycle through the gears. Don't drive, just cycle it through, turn it off, check it, and then I sort of go a litre at a time. But I know this holds about 8 litres, so I'll probably chuck 5 in to start with. and then go from there. But like I said, always check it running in park or neutral, car specific. Get your level nice and good and go for a drive, cycle it through all your gears on the road, let it warm up, and then see where you're at. But I'll go under now and chuck this on, get dirty again. Someone's been on dirt roads in the mud, so it's not very clean under there. But all good, I'll go do that. Alright, so pan's back on, bolted up, filters in. Next step is to fill it, but I'll go through the splitting the filter with you guys. So if you look at the filter, this one's plastic over metal, so around the end it's just crimped, folded and crimped around the edge of the filter. A lot of them nowadays are like that. If they're just a metal one, just cut it with some tin snips or side cutters. That one there, I'll get the side cutters and open it up, but it's a two-handed job, so I'll get that done. Then I'll show you. Alright, so I just went around the edge of that with side cutters, as you can see there. Just folded it over the plastic again. Inside you got your filter. Filter can split open. I don't know if you can see much there, that's all just shadowing. But there's a tiny bit of friction material, but like I said, it's a brand new gearbox. It's the first service since it was built. So I expected a little bit of wear stuff there, a bit of bedding in, a bit of clutch material. But if you open that and you start seeing metal and big chunks of, you know, a bit of torque converter or something like that, you're gonna want to book it in and see someone. But that's really good, I'm happy with that. So now I'm just gonna fill it up. Not gonna bother showing you that, because if you need to see me tip oil down the funnel, then you shouldn't be doing this anyway. But fill her up and tranny service done for another 12 months or less, depending how many Ks we get done. If you like things like this, just let me know in the comments, and if you want to see more of this sort of stuff, like when I'm fitting things, or still trying to work out what you guys like watching, but just let us know if you want to see more of this tutorial sort of stuff, or breakdowns on things like what tools I carry, what spare parts we carry, any of that. Just let us know, and I'll throw up little videos to do with that. Like I said, we're still working out what people like watching, so that'll do it for this video. Like I said, we're going to be in Coolgardie for a little while, so the next video will be here as well. Check out the museum, get a few other little things, bits and pieces done. Actually, before I do go, I'll just show you what I did under the van I was talking about before when I did the axle flip. So before, it was an overslung axle, so the axle was on top of the leaf springs. All I done was jacked it up, flipped it to the bottom, new U-bolts, and when I turned the backing plates around for the brakes, I don't know if you can see it there, the handbrake before didn't work real well because the leverage arm for the handbrake was sort of sitting parallel and the cable pulled from up above. So as I rotated that around, I rotated the backing plate back a little bit, so the handbrake cable pulls up a lot more. And yeah, the handbrake works really, really well now. So got some new rims coming, a bit more offset, and got 8-inch rims, so they'll be gone. But Em just said we got something at the post office, so I'm hoping to hell it's our new hitch. At least then we can tow the van again. But like I said, that'll do for this one. And I usually say we'll see you somewhere along the road, but next time we'll still be in Coolgardie, so see you in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.